Chair of the House Democratic Caucus, Representative Pete Aguilar from California.
Thank you so much, Ranking Member, soon-to-be Chair Jayapal, our Illinois delegation as well, and those representatives from Chicago who are hosting us. Democrats are laser-focused on ensuring Americans in communities across this country feel safe and secure. There's no doubt these immigration enforcement actions have made our communities less safe. Instead of targeting individuals with violent criminal convictions, the Trump administration is choosing to disappear people off the streets and zip-tie children together in the middle of the night. Instead of working with Democrats on real solutions to keep communities safe and with targeted immigration enforcement, Donald Trump and his Republican henchmen are making law enforcement jobs harder with this illegal occupation. Instead of securing more funding for police officers, Republicans put forward a budget that cuts their resources. And instead of locking up violent criminals, in one of his first acts as president, Donald Trump released 1,500 convicted January 6th felons back into American communities. Mr. Fee, it appears that the Department of Homeland Security's position in the past has been that these actions are necessary to identify and target the most violent criminals, as you've talked about in your testimony. Are you able to share how many individuals arrested actually have violent criminal convictions, or how many individuals arrested were done so with active warrants?
It's a relatively small percentage. The vast majority, as I understand, there are different studies, but well over 60%, if not more, have no criminal histories at all, and an even smaller percentage actually have violent criminal histories. The vast majority of people being swept up in this deportation program are, ordinary law-abiding citizens contributing to their communities.
And what about Ranking Member Jayapal talked about this as well. What about U.S. citizens who have been impacted by the Trump administration's immigration enforcement actions, such as facing arrest or deportation?
It's been a near constant feature of this deportation campaign here in Chicago and elsewhere that people are detained when they are clearly citizens, when they are stating on video that they are citizens, when they're showing identification that they're citizens. They are nonetheless detained, sometimes for an extended period of time, humiliated and released without apology.
Thank you, Mr. Fee. Mr. Benito, the Trump administration is actively ignoring ICE's sensitive locations policy, which previously prohibited ICE from conducting immigration enforcement at places like schools, hospitals, and courthouses. I'd like you to answer this question, and then maybe Ms. De Jesus Alejandre as well. How have ICE's enforcement actions at schools impacted communities, including children who are U.S. citizens, and how have these enforcement actions deterred individuals from seeking care at hospitals or domestic violence shelters?
Thank you for the question, Representative. Obviously, performing regular acts, dropping their kids off at school, going to work, going to a grocery store have become rather dangerous activity for parents. And so there is a lot of fear. You see parents deciding to keep their children home from going to school as a result, or having to rely on neighbors or rapid response teams to help with basic things like going to the grocery store or running errands. So it does have a chilling effect. Sensitive locations like the court system. So even when people want to follow the law, they're afraid to do so because they're not sure if they're going to be afforded due process, even if they, show up, have the documents to prove that they are there rightfully, and then be taken away. And so we are taking additional measures at the state level to try to prevent ICE from being in courthouses, in hospitals, including in our Safe Schools legislation to include early childhood centers, college, universities, because we just don't trust that the federal government is operating in the best interests of communities and their safety.
Thank you, Mr. Benito. Ms. De Jesus Alejandre? From the community aspect?
Yeah, what we've seen, there's one local elementary school where 65 families have signed up their children to get picked up and dropped off every day by community members. And the amount of trust you need to have in that moment is I can't even imagine leaving your 7-year-old to go with somebody that you're hoping will come back, right? And thankfully it's all been safe, but that is tremendous. My mother is a community nurse in Humboldt Park on the northwest side, and her 46-year-old patient died, an undocumented mother, because she was too afraid to come to her follow-up appointments. And when her breathing became very, very labored, she told my mom that she was going to leave to the emergency room, but she didn't because she was too afraid. And she died at home. And so that is real, that fear.
Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you so much. Thank you.